Okay, so welcome back from 10.4a. Hopefully you watched the 10.4b videos as well. That's kind of what we're going to talk about now. We're going to kind of start looking at the steps to solve these equations. And it's building on what we know, okay? You can do this. It is building on stuff that you already know. And I don't know about you, but I'm a little bit of a, I'm addicted to school supplies. So I just happen to have a bunch of colors of Post-it notes. Now you don't have to have this many colors of Post-it notes. I think those are going to be too dark on camera. But I'm just going to use them. Maybe you want to write them in different color ink or highlight them a little bit different. But I just kind of want to write the steps so that we can build on them and I can kind of see how it all goes. Because I'm kind of building things on at the beginning. So in 10.4b, again, hopefully you watched those videos. Basically what we did, what I saw us do was kind of four things. So first we factored the trinomial, which we've learned about in the first part of Unit 10. We set each equal to 0, each factor equal to 0. That's a 0. We solved. And then the tricky part sometimes is entering it into WAMAP. So again, remember to use that yellow box. You want to separate with a comma. If they want you to enter two different answers in the box there, instead of one answer in its own box, then you'll separate with a comma. Okay, and so then let's just sort of walk through what they did, okay? Because in 10.4a, they just gave us the parentheses, right? They had already factored the trinomial, and so all we practiced was to set each equal to 0 to solve and enter it into WAMAP. Now we've added, this is like the new step in 10.4b. So let's look at this. Okay, so I've got this trinomial. I've set him equal to 0, and now I want to factor. Well, now I want to factor him out. Okay, so x squared, I'm going to start with x. I've got a positive and a negative, so I'm going to have a positive and a negative, a plus and a minus in my answer here. And then I'm looking for numbers that multiply together to equal 4, but when I add or subtract them, they equal 3. And so 1 times 4 or 2 times 2 are my options. I'm going to go with 1 times 4. Now, I have a positive 3 right here, so that means that my bigger number goes right there. Again, I could FOIL this out just to double check if I wanted to, but it should kind of come back to be this. Okay, so I've factored it, so there's step 1. So this is step 1. Now I'm going to set each of these equal to 0. Each of these factors, I'm going to set them equal to 0. That's step 2. And then I'm going to solve. That's step 3. So I'm going to solve by subtracting, and over here I'm going to add because I want to get x equals something. And so my two answers for this particular equation, I've solved the equation by factoring. I'm going to enter -4 and +1 into WAMAP. Okay, so now we've got some notes on this. I want you to go back, do the questions, the 2 little questions for 10.4b, and then hopefully that will go well, and then watch the videos for 10.4 C, and then come back here and we'll add some steps to it, okay? So go do 10.4b, and you got this. Just keep reminding yourself of that. I can do this. I can do this. Okay. We'll see you in a second.